This video will show you some basic editing functions in your Moodle Shell. Before you can edit your Moodle Shell, you must turn editing on by either clicking this button here or going over here to the administration block and clicking on Turn Editing On. Once editing is turned on, you'll see icons that appear. This is the editing icon, this little hand. So what happens when we click on this icon? Let's click it. This is what is known as an HTML editor. Some people call it a WYSIWYG, which means what you see is what you get. Let's add some text. So as you can see, I've added a heading. Now I want to make sure that students really can see this and notice it, so I'm going to highlight it and go up here and change this to a heading style and center it. Alright, so now I have my heading, so let's add some information. So I might write an explanation like that. And a really good practice is to include some learning objectives. Which are listed by the use of bullets. Here's the bulleted list right here. Okay, so once I've got the text that I want into my box, I click on the Save Changes button. So you can see I now have a heading. I have some information for students and some bulleted list text. Now I can switch my role to student, and that lets me look at what it's going to look like for the student. I'm going to return to my normal role. Alright, so let's say that you have some content in Microsoft Word that you'd like to put on the... This is actually called a block here. So let's say you have some content in Microsoft Word you'd like to put in your block. Next I have written in Word. I'm just going to copy it. And I'm going to go back to my course. Once again, I have to turn editing on. Let's go down to the first week of the class. I'm going to click here on the little hand. Takes me to my HTML editor. Now I'm going to paste the text. Now one thing that you should do when you paste text from Microsoft Word is you should always highlight it after you've pasted it and click on this button. This is called the Clean Word HTML button, and that will take out any unnecessary formatting. Okay, click on Save Changes, and you can see that I've pasted that content into the block. One good thing to know about Moodle is that if you have a 16-week class, you don't have to fill up each week with information. You can hide these blocks from students by clicking the eye. Once the eye is closed next to the block, these blocks do not appear when the student is viewing your course. So later on, when you get to that week of the course and you've got your content ready, you just click here to open the eye, and that content will be visible again.